The World Meteorological Organization (WMO), the United Nations, and the Nigerian Meteorological Agency (NIMET) have called for urgent action to address the negative impact of climate change. Speaking at a one-day media sensitization on climate change and COP28, UN Resident Coordinator Matthias Schmale said journalists were trained on climate change reportage and the need to take and mitigate the effects of climate change. Clevis correspondent who was there now tells us more. Climate change is impacting human lives and health in a variety of ways. It threatens the essential ingredients of good health: clean air, safe drinking water, nutritious food supply, and safe shelter, and has the potential to undermine decades of progress in global health. It has also impacted negatively on the water bodies, the fauna, and the flora. The head of WMO, Professor Petri Talas, in his opening remarks, noted that the occurrences of unprecedented heavy rainfalls has led to devastating floods and rising sea levels, affecting not only the environment but also socio-economic and political aspects. Professor Talas, who was represented by the WMO representative for North Central and West Africa, Bernard Edward Gomez, said high-impact weather events such as storms, floods, and droughts are causing natural disaster with far-reaching consequences.
As we navigate the increasingly complex and challenging landscape of climate change, journalism is more critical than ever. It is through the power of storytelling, investigative reporting, and community engagement that journalism can inform, empower, and hold accountable all stakeholders in the fight against climate change.
Also speaking, the UN Resident Coordinator Matthias Schmale highlighted the severe impact of climate change in Nigeria, citing last year's staggering statistics of flood-related casualties and destruction, just as the Director General of NIMET, Professor Mansour Bako Mathazu, is looking at the social justice perspective and the vulnerability of third-world countries, contributing minimally to global emissions, yet incurring the effects
and impacts of climate change can be significantly reduced by lowering greenhouse gas emissions in order to keep global temperature increases below pre-industrial levels. Now, to meet this goal, emissions must fall by 45% in 2030.
And as a result of this, the solution to these local changes of climate should also be localized. And that is why we're very much happy with our partnership with all sectors in agriculture, resource and environment, with our dear friend NEMA, NISA and FEMA. We turn out a lot of products, services that are geared towards mitigating, adapting to these changes of climate change.
Between 2030 and 2050, climate change is expected to cause approximately 250,000 additional deaths per year from malnutrition, malaria, diarrhea, and heat stress. The direct damage caused to health are estimated to be between $2 to $4 billion per year by 2030. Areas with weak health infrastructure, mostly in developing countries, will be the least able to cope without assistance to prepare and respond.